Hello and welcome to the Animals Naturally podcast. I'm Suzanne and founder of the internationally respected online resource at taranet.co.uk, dedicated to helping increase awareness of holistic therapies and natural approaches to caring for animals of all sizes and types. Have you ever used essential oils? They're commonly used by people for a range of human wellbeing benefits. Not only do essential oils usually smell amazingly great, which can improve the aroma in a room, but they can help with many health and wellbeing situations. Our animals too can benefit from some essential oils. In this episode, I'm going to talk about 3 reasons why lime is an essential oil that you can use to help your dog's health. You may just think of lime as a citrus fruit that can be great as a food, but using it as an essential oil for people and animals is possible. So why should you use lime essential oil with your dog? Dogs will often have lime essential oil to help with 1, digestive issues, 2, liver problems, and 3, general wellness. Of course, if your animal is unwell, then you do always should get veterinary advice for proper diagnosis of any health and wellbeing issues, and particularly even if they're on existing medication already, speak to your veterinarian to make sure that there'll be no negative impacts of using an essential oil. There are many veterinarians who do advocate the use of natural approaches, and there are also specialist holistic veterinarians you can get help from too. So why can lime essential oil help your dog? Lime is understood to comprise various therapeutic qualities, which can be used to help specific health issues, as well as, of course, having a lovely citrus aroma. There's been research into citrus fruits, which has found that they have the ability to really help with a variety of health and wellbeing issues due to the amazing amount of compounds and contents within them. So they contain minerals, vitamins, flavonoids and carotenoids. And these phytochemicals may act as antioxidants, boosting the action of protective enzymes in the liver, reversing the lipid for oxidation of genetic material and improving the immune system. There are a couple of veterinary research studies that I'll mention too. The first one looked at the antibacterial effect of lime against bacteria causing otitis externa in dogs. This study, published in 2014, found that lime did help, but the effectiveness varied according to the amount of lime and the type of bacteria that the dog had. The second research looked at the use of essential oils in veterinary medicine to combat bacterial and fungal infections. This was published in 2020 and was particularly looking at the antibacterial properties of essential oils, because therapies with alternative drugs are considered welcome to combat infections caused by antibiotic-resistant strains, which represent a severe threat in human and veterinary medicine. That's something you may be aware of from the news, perhaps, and media over recent years, that there's an increase in antibiotic-resistant germs and illnesses. So essential oils, and going back to a more natural approach, really is something that's being considered as essential, because otherwise synthetic drugs won't be having any impact whatsoever. The antibiotic resistance issue is also, often as a result of overuse of antibiotics, mainly in veterinary medicine, but as well as in looking after animals. And there's more issues related to how these drugs are employed, such as being in the presence of antibiotic residues in foods and in the environment. And this study did find too that dogs with dermatitis treated with a mixture of essential oils, including lime, were positively helped. If you're interested in using lime essential oil to help your dog's health, then do speak to your veterinary surgeon or a qualified zoopharmacognosy practitioner. It's also possible for you to complete a course to understand how best to use essential oils yourself too. That would only obviously be with your own animals, unless you wanted to take further professional training to become a professional zoopharmacognosy practitioner. The zoopharmacognosy, I do feature it in another episode, which I'll link in the show notes. But it's a term used to describe the use of essential oils with your animal. Applied zoopharmacognosy is an individualised therapy. So what that means is that no 2 animals with the same ailment or symptoms will necessarily have to have the same remedies. Never force a plant extract on an animal either. This includes not adding it to their feed, because they then have no choice and no control over the dosage, which can be harmful. So in summary, lime is an essential oil that can be used to help animal health and well-being. And in this example we're talking about today, it can particularly help dogs, and particularly with general wellness issues, digestive issues, and say liver problems as well. But if you do have an animal, your dog does have any kind of health issues, you're interested in using essential oils, then do speak to your veterinarian first to make sure that it's going to be helpful and not be harmful in any way. And as I say, particularly if they are on existing medication. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils and what different essential oils there are, then do please look at the TaraNet website, which I'll put in a link in the show notes, where I've got some information on zoopharmacognosy. And if you'd like to buy essential oils, then I'm also a retailer of the doTERRA range of essential oils too. So I'll have a link in the show notes if you'd like to learn more about those. If you've got any questions about any complementary therapies and holistic approaches for animals, then do please visit my website at taranet.co.uk, and you can email me or contact me through social media on there too. Thank you for listening, and until next time, goodbye.